Virgo, I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for November 2014. This month I laid out a rainbow or arc tarot spread for you, and in addition, I pulled a card from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck like I did last month. The first card you have in your reading today, Virgo, for the month of November, you have the King of Cups. And the King of Cups to me symbolizes a water sign male. This would either be a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio male. The King of Cups can be someone that's very good communicating with others, like a good storyteller. He can be very gregarious and friendly. A lot of people like him. Um, he can be full of love and emotions and very loving and giving. On the negative side of the King of Cups, he can be emotionally withdrawn, or he can be prone to confusion about what to do with his emotions. Like he can kind of be all over the place sometimes emotionally. He can also, on the negative side, sometimes he can have a problem with alcohol. So depends on which King of Cups you're dealing with here. I feel that for some of you Virgos, you're going to be going round and round and in circles about this man. And for those of you, for some of you Virgos, I feel you're going to be going round and round and circles with this man. And any of you that are on the brink of divorce, I feel like you are going to divorce him. He's very frustrating and aggravating to you. I feel that you want to be done with your dealings with him and get out and away from dealing with him. If he's not a husband or marriage partner or love partner to you, whoever he is to you, I get you're done with this. You're done. Whatever the relationship is, you don't want to be dealing with him anymore. For those of you that have been involved with him romantically speaking, it's like he gives love to you and then he withdraws it and takes it away. You've been through the mill with this guy. He's like up, down, all over the place. It's like he gives you what you need and then he withdraws and leaves you hanging out to dry. He's very angry with you if you take anything away from him or any of your love and affection and attention away from him. This comes up if he's the, a romantic partner. I hear that you have really been not sure what to do with him. Like he's been a real source of confusion. He's had you going around in circles, and actually the words backbiting and backstabbing and confusion circles around him. So I'm not really sure how that relates to you, but that circles around him. Whether he's a love mate to you or not, I feel that Virgos have felt unfairly or unjustly treated by him. And I feel that for Virgos out there, you've had some verbal assaults that have come from him. Again, so if he's not a love partner for you, or whether he is or he isn't, you've had verbal assaults come at you from him. He's given you a lot of things to think about, and he has been a great source of annoyance to you, no matter what Virgo you are. For those of you that are in a romantic relationship with him, he doesn't want to let you go. I'm hearing him say, take me back. I promise I'll do better. I'll be better. Things will improve. I'm hearing him imploring you, for those of you that he's the romantic partner. I feel that those of you that he is the romantic partner, you're not going to let him manipulate and control you anymore. I feel for many of you Virgos out there, this King of Cups has been a drain to your finances and has caused problems for you financially. If you work with him, for those of you Virgos that work with him, nothing's ever good enough. I feel like he always wants more. Uh, he doesn't give you the accolades you deserve or the praise that you deserve. That he always wants better, wants more. It's not enough. So he comes up to me first as a romantic partner. He comes up second to me as an employer or a boss. I feel that in the romantic sense, I feel you're going to close the door on this relationship and walk away. And for those of you that he's the boss, I feel that you are going to tell him um, that you want something from him job wise to improve, or for him to get off your back and recognize what you're doing for him and the business, or you're going to walk away. Because I feel like for those of you he's a boss or an employer, he's like run you ragged. And he dealing with him has been a detriment to your mental health and to your physical health and well-being. So hopefully that makes sense to you Virgos out there, because he comes up as one or the other to me. The next card you have in your reading today, Virgo, you have the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords to me is a card that symbolizes truth being revealed and or victory. I hear it's time to let go of the old and embrace the new, that you can't have it both ways. It's now time to forge ahead with new projects and new plans. You can't hold on to the way things have been going. You need to release some things from your life. A birth of a new idea or project or plan is going to come to your mind. Virgos are going to be rewarded now for your hard work and efforts. I do feel rewards coming to you for your struggles. It's like you've got a lot of new coming to you, new developments of all kinds. Some of you Virgos out there are going to experience the birth of a new baby in your life. This can be your own child. It can be a grandchild. It can be a new arrangement happening in your life that's going to bring you happiness. I really feel you're going to be exiting out of some old situations and clearing out the old and bringing in the new things into your life. You're going to have great times of pleasure and fun. A lot of happiness and joy is going to be circling around you now. For those of you Virgos that have come into some financial abundance, I feel that you are going to be giving away gifts of cash to members of your family and people that you care about. For some of you Virgos that are tired of your job, which may circle back to if this was your boss or employer, I see you entertaining getting a new job, starting something new on the job front. You know, I'm hearing like you can really have it all. Don't hold yourself back from things that you want, because I'm really getting you really need to strike out, move forward with purpose and vigor. Don't hold yourself back. I feel a promise is coming to some of you Virgos. You may be getting an opportunity to be in a relationship that turns into something like a marriage, like you could be getting engaged, or there's a promise coming to you. And I feel that for many of you Virgos, you're going to be really happy that you paid attention to your gut instincts and that you listened to your intuition is really starting to pay off. You have crowning your reading today a card that I'm sorry, Virgo, I don't like for you. You have the Devil card here showing up. And the Devil card to me is a card that can symbolize addiction. This could be addicted to an unhealthy love relationship. It can be addicted to an unhealthy circumstance. It can be an addiction to alcohol, drugs, spending money, gambling, Um, it can be also being tied to an unhealthy situation. Again, it comes up. I feel some of you Virgos out there have really been tied to an unhealthy relationship and you're ready to be done with it. This has been a hard time for you and very emotionally draining. And I hear that you've had it with bargaining, like you're not willing to do that anymore. I feel like there's the relationships that have been of a romantic nature that you've been in, that like bargaining has gone on, and you're sick and tired of doing it or listening to the same old excuses or patterns or promises. I get you're very sick and tired of it. I just don't feel like you're going to do it anymore. And I feel like for many of you, December is going to be your exit point. I just feel it's been incredibly draining, and the whole thing, you just want to be done with it now. You're done with it. You're through with it. Some of you, you've already done it. You've already exited this relationship. But for those of you, like recently, but for those of you that have not cut this off, I feel that you will do that in December. Some of you in this month of November. November and December seem the most highlighted. I feel that really for some of you Virgos, you've gone through a traumatic experience, but I feel that the traumatic experience is really seems more like it's behind you, not so much like it's in front of you for most of you. I feel that many of you have had to like rein your energies in and pattern your life in a new way. I'm seeing you coming up with a new plan or a new formula. Like I'm getting you like, I have to get myself together now. I have to change what I'm doing. I need a new plan, a new course of action. I'm seeing you. It's like you almost like you have to reorganize or reboot your whole way of thinking of what you've been doing. For those that are single, I feel you really considering matrimony at this time, like considering it, giving it some thought. So for some of you single Virgos out there, I see you thinking on the lines of getting married. For some of you Virgos, I get you're going to have the opportunity to buy somebody out of a property comes up. For some of you Virgos out there, I feel you are going to consider studying a new language. This could help you and take you in a new direction business wise for some of you. For many of you, your financial abundance really comes into you, I see strongly, in the month of June. Many of you, it will be sooner, but I do see June as highlighted. I do get for some of you, this is a time of that will be of matrimonial bliss is happening. I do see attending engagement parties and gatherings and weddings and you giving away gifts of cash to people that you care about in your life. It comes up again. So for some of you Virgos, it's getting married, and for some and thinking on the lines of getting married, like thinking about it. And for some of you, it's attending people that you care about that are engagement parties or weddings and getting married, because I see you giving away gifts of cash. But these are people that would be very important to you in your life, very strong, sons, daughters, that kind of thing. Important people in your life, if it's not you yourself. Um, but I do find it interesting that the next card that you have in your card layout here today, you have the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups to me is a card that symbolizes divine blessings of all good things coming to you. And it can also be a start of a new love relationship. Um, you're under the presence of new love that's getting ready to bloom or love that's ready to grow. I feel that God has been watching you struggle and that he doesn't want you to struggle anymore and that he is bringing blessings to you, especially of love, mainly of love, but abundance of all things I see coming. I feel that for those of you that have had people complaining to you and complaining to you and complaining to you, that you don't want to hear it anymore. I feel that this could be coming from people that have abused your good nature and also taken advantage of you financially and emotionally. I feel like they've been like, bleeding you dry or sucking you dry of all your emotions and your finances and your good nature and just like taking advantage of you in so many ways comes up. I feel that for many of you Virgos that that's been the case. I feel that you're going to cut them off. You're not going to be this endless source and endless supply of finances and like or emotional like drain. I feel that you are going to start putting up boundaries, very clear boundaries with these people. They've been giving you the business, like, giving you a hard time. I hear that you're not going to listen to it anymore. I really feel that you're going to shut them down. And I feel that you're angry at them for putting you in this position. And I feel that there's a lot of ignorance going on here on their part. Like they don't know how to spend their time or their money wisely. They've been foolish. I feel some of these people have really had a problem and been giving into alcohol or drugs. These people you're connected to. It's not you, it's people you're connected to. And I feel that you've watched this happen and you're frustrated. There's nothing you can really do for them right now. You're tired of trying to help them. You're tired of listening to their nonsense and you're tired of giving them money and financial support. For some of you, you've given them a place to live and sheltered them, and they really should be taking care of business themselves. So I feel like for some of you Virgos, you're going to be cutting the cord and pushing these people out of the nest. Not like you're doing it too soon. They've been doing this too long, and they can't rely on you anymore. It's mentally disrupting your life. It's almost like you'll be ending some relationships with them in a, not totally, but you're going to put up boundaries. Let me put it this way. Like they're not going to be able to do what they've been doing. You're not going to have them drain you this way. And for those, and again, the relationship comes back up for those of you that this is not your kids, that the romantic relationship, I get like you're not going to be seduced anymore by words or any art of seduction because I feel that you're going to cut that off. So there's a lot of cutting ties and relationships ending for a lot of Virgos. Not for all of you, because it is a general reading. If you want a reading specifically tailored to you, you would have to have a private reading with me. This is a general reading, and there is a lot of things that are ending for a lot of Virgos, romantically speaking, children, relationships speaking, like, putting up boundaries and cutting them off. It is coming up very strongly here. For some of you Virgos, you're really going to be coming into a time of new wealth, new pleasures, new enjoyments, happy times, joy, traveling. It's like, I feel like I'm looking at two Virgos here, like two groups of Virgos here. I feel like one is closing the door on so many relationships, love relationships that have been detrimental to them and a drain, children relationships, familial relationships that have been a financial and emotional drain. Work-wise, if the boss is giving you too much pressure and not enough accolades and not enough praise or positive feedback or promotions that you deserve, I feel that some ultimatums are going to be given there, like, acknowledge what I'm doing or I'm out of here. I get there's that whole ball of wax going on with those Virgos. Then I got these other Virgos over here that are really coming into a time of like enjoying their life. They're going to be traveling. There's financial abundance. There's more peace and more joy. I'm seeing those Virgos here. So Virgos are really all over the map. In your outcome card here, Virgo, I don't like this card for you. I have to be honest. You do have a card that is kind of negative here. You have the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords to me is an end of a relationship. Now, this makes sense for a lot of the messages that I've heard up to this point. It can be an end of a love relationship. This can be disappointment in romance. It can be a shedding of a lot of tears over this situation. There can be cheating that could have gone on here. But it basically, to me, it's disappointment and an end of a relationship. I hear you're ready to let it go because I feel you're ready to move into new territory. And I hear that you've had it with the naysayers and the people that have held you down or kept you down. You don't want to be involved with anybody that's detrimental to you, your future, or your finances. And I'm also hearing you're really tired of being kept in any kind of box, emotional prison, or anything that you would deem as confining. You're ready to let go of the past and embrace the new. Now's the time of, for many of you, of making some big decisions. I feel that March is especially highlighted for you of dramatic changes in new and big ways. For some of you, I do see at that time, I feel that you will be selling a home and buying a new home comes up in that time frame of March. I feel that you, for those of you Virgos that are ending a relationship, that you're not going to be led down this path again. You will not be making any relationships that will be reminding you of what you've been through. In other words, you've handled whatever your karmic lessons were. Whatever your karmic path was that you had to go through with this past relationship, it will not be repeated. You're going to have more peace and harmony in your life. Anybody new that comes in, you're going to be putting them to the test. This will not be easy for them because I see you're going to be putting them through a fine-tooth comb, the relationship, or whoever comes in under a magnifying glass, a microscope, going through it with a fine-tooth comb, because you're not going to have any of this go on in your life again. For those of you that are ending these relationships that I'm talking about, especially with love, I feel the new relationship really comes in. Again, I'm getting March, April really highlighted for you. For many of you, I feel that closing the door, if you haven't done it yet, closing the door on these people that I've brought up in this reading really comes up in this month of November or the month of December. Closing the door on the past. You may have already done it. We did just pass through Mercury in retrograde and 2 eclipses in the month of October. So some of you may have done that in the month of October, because eclipses often clear things out. So you may have already done it. If you haven't, I feel you'll be doing it in November and December. And know this. For those of you that are ending a relationship, it does come in that, you do need to close the door because for the newness to come in. For those of you Virgos that are married, I feel like, and not unhappy, not closing the door on relationships, I feel it's so opposite. I feel like you're entering the time of like peacefulness, happiness, joy, bliss, grandchildren being born into your life, or your children setting out on marriage, engagement, marriage. So I feel like there's two groups of Virgos here. There's the ones that need to start something new and have to get rid of all these people that have been an emotional and energy drain for you. And then the other group of Virgos that I feel like your life is at peace and at calm and going through joy and happiness, getting ready to travel, enjoying the birth of grandchildren, being at peace with your love partner and love mate, your husband or wife or your partner, um, and really enjoying your life and, selling a home and purchasing a new home and traveling. I'm seeing that for those groups of Virgos. So I'm, a little bit feeling like I'm on this seesaw back and forth here between these two Virgos. So hope that makes sense to you. I actually am doing this reading, recording it during Mercury in retrograde for the month of November. So we are in it as I'm recording this, which I wish I didn't have to, but it would be too late in the month to wait till it passed. So okay, Virgos. So for your angels, God, and goddesses card, I pulled for you the angel of clearing, which makes total sense for you Virgos that have to give some people the old heave ho, that you're putting up boundaries, and that the people that you're eliminating or shutting the door in your life. It says your time of waiting and confusion will soon be over. Oh, please, I hope mine is over because this reading felt a little jumbly to me. You're now ready to embrace the newness that's coming into your life. You're opening the door to newness, but closing the door on past hurts and wounded feelings. You know what you have to do, and now you have to do it. You're going to be given the blessings of abundance and joys being showered down on you for doing these things that you must do. It's like if you haven't done it yet, it's like the divine powers up there, God is sitting there drumming his fingers on the table, waiting for you to do it. He, she is waiting, and you will be getting blessings from the divine. And you now create great abundance and joy for others because you are going to be bestowing many blessings of kindness, care, love, and financial abundance on those that you care about. Now you can take all that you've learned and all your knowledge and experience, and you are going to be putting it to good use into what is coming to you in the very near future. For many of you, you can expect the joy and birth of a new baby, whether it be for you in your life or someone you care about greatly. A new baby will be coming into your life somehow. Old, worn out ways and habits and old, worn out ways of details are over. You're throwing them out. And I feel that your love life is getting ready to improve in all ways, with, love, emotions, sexuality, everything will be heightened and blessed. You give others all of your heart and soul, and now it's going to be returned to you tenfold. So, Virgo, I hope this reading was of help to you for this month of November 2014. I want to say thank you so much for watching and sharing my videos. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and for Google Plussing. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the kind Virgos I've had the pleasure of doing readings for. And if you would like to have a reading with me, you can go to the website. I have my link posted below. You would go to my order page and you schedule your own appointment on that order page. Once you schedule your appointment, you go back to my order page and make your payment via PayPal to hold and secure your appointment. I am not able to hold appointments that are not paid for at the time you schedule your reading. There's too many people on wait lists, so I can't hold unpaid appointments. I'm sorry. I'd like to say that I hope you have a great rest of your month of November and a very, very happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving. And know, Virgo, that I wish you many blessings and peace.